All right, here we go. We are live and rolling. Welcome to the World Series Showdown. Once again, my name's Tim. Reb McGator. I'm easy to find everywhere. So if you really wonder who's behind the mic, you can find me pretty much everywhere. The lack of video is not because of anything other than a lack of certain equipment. Yeah, I have the camera, but there's no lights. So and where we're recording is kind of difficult to do that. So here we go. Anyway, we are going through the different things, and let's see if we can find. See what I'll do. Oh, look at that. Screen share worked. All right, so there you have our bracket, and as I go down through the bracket, you can see we filled in several things. We've had the 96 Yankees. That was our first series. They advanced. You see the buys that are there. Number 4 seed New York Mets. They won't play till the second round, along with the 39 Yankees, the 98 Yankees, the 22 Astros, the 95 Braves, 2018 Boston Red Sox, 84 Detroit Tigers, and there you go. I have not updated the PDF. Look at that. How about that? I've updated the spreadsheet, but I failed to update the PDF. We've had several advance, and maybe later on we'll show that. But let's get to our games for today, our series. We're playing series of series, so there's 118 teams to start. We've already eliminated several. This round, we're going with the 1957 Milwaukee Braves and the 1906 Chicago White Sox. And as you can see, some names you might know. Let's start with the 1906 White Sox. They were a while ago, so I don't know if you'll know any names there. Yeah, not me. The 57 Braves, much more familiar. Hank Aaron, of course, the centerpiece of that team. Warren Spahn in the pitching staff, Lou Burdett, Felix Mantilla, so several others that you may know. And so we're going to play that series. And Milwaukee is the favorite team here. I didn't show that, did I? So let's get that back on screen so you can see. This is, well, what is it? This is the series. You see we've numbered each one. And this is number 36. So you see here that Milwaukee Braves are the 26th ranked team, and Chicago White Sox the 103rd ranked team. Not my rankings, Dan Holmes, baseballegg.com. You could go against him for that. All right, so here we go. Let's get to the series. We will simulate the first game. And Milwaukee Braves get off to a good start. 1-0 shutout. Let's see what happened there. 5-hit shutout for Warren Spahn was the starter. Went all 9 through 109 pitches. Ed Walsh for the White Sox went all 9 were playing, of course, by 1957 metrics, and the strategies would follow 1957. So relievers, maybe sometimes, rarely. A little bit of pinch hitting. You see there that Red Shandy had a home run, solo home run in the 8th, and that was the scoring. So Spahn was the MVP. And we go on. Game 2. Braves win again. This time 6-5. Hank Aaron had the home run. It was a walk-off win in 10 innings. Eddie Matthews with a run-scoring double. So you see here that there was some bullpen action in this one, as the starter for Milwaukee, Trowbridge, only went 3 2/3, and Lou Burdette came in and got the win with the scoreless 10th inning. Chicago, meanwhile, Doc White goes all 9 1/3 and 6 runs, 6 earned runs, and 11 hits. But they let him keep pitching because there's not much other things going on there. So, all right, game 3 after a travel day. Go. Let's simulate. And the White Sox, now at home, defeat the Braves 8-2. Got some scoring going on in that one. And big second inning for the White Sox, a big third inning. They went with Conley through 2 1/3, and he gave up 7 earned runs. It's kind of just sticking with your pitcher as long as you can, but couldn't do it anymore. Meanwhile, Nick Altrock, win all 9 for the win. Jiggs Donahue is called out here in the box score. He had a 2-run single, and looks like Patsy Daughtry, 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. All right. Here we go. And the White Sox tie it up. They are the heavy underdogs in this series, but they have tied it up, 2-1 win. Both pitchers went the distance, but it was the White Sox who came out on top. Donahue for the White Sox doing pretty good in this series. Let's go on. And one more game in Chicago. And Chicago sweeps them at home as they win 4-3, 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. And that accounts for the win. Both pitchers again go the distance. Spahn gives up the 4 runs in the 7th. Let's see, you had Donahue drew a walk, so bases loaded walk, and 2 bases loaded walk here from Spahn before a 2-run single, and they still stuck with him all the way. Yeah. All right. Well, now we have travel day, and we go back to Milwaukee. Well, Milwaukee's in danger of being upset here, and they are, as they captured the first 2 games, but then the White Sox, the 1906 White Sox, with the win. Party time in Chicago 1906. I'm not sure what kind of parties they threw in 1906, but they were having one, as Doc White goes 9 innings, gives up only 2 runs. Braves just could not get their offense going. Even though they got some home runs, the only home runs in the series came from the Milwaukee side of the ledger. But if we go back here to the recap of the series, Jiggs Donahue, the series MVP, he went He was 8 for 21 for a 381 average. Drove in 3 runs. Fielder Jones drove in 5. And you can see it was all starters for Chicago. There were no relief pitching going on for the White Sox, and they advance to the second round. And if we go back to our bracket, you can see that they are going to play the winner of the 1912 Red Sox and the 88 Los Angeles Dodgers. So that will be in the next round sometime from now, because we have a lot to go through before we get there. But that's that series. So we'll go on and go to the next series. And this will be series number 27. Series number 27. Let's see who that's going to be. I realized I took it off. Put it back on. The 99 Yankees and the 74 Oakland Athletics. So 99 Yankees, Roger Clemens, and here we go. Derek Jeter, Bernie Williams, David Cone, Jorge Posada, Joe Girardi, a lot of Mariano Rivera. A lot of names you know there. And if you're old enough, you remember a lot of the 74 Athletics. Joe Rudy, Campaneris, Reggie Jackson, Claudette Washington, Vida Blue, Blue Moon Odom. I remember a lot of those names because I really disliked them. I was a Tigers fan. So here we go. Let's get going with round 1. The favored Yankees at home to begin. Catfish Hunter on the mound. David Cone for the Yankees. And the Athletics. Of course they do. They take game 1. They're the underdog in this series, but they got some hitting in this one. 8-3. You had home runs from Reggie Jackson had 2. Mr. October shows up with 1 in the first and another in the 5th. Joe Rudy also with a home run. Cone only goes 4 1/3, gives up 6 runs. Andy Pettitte came on in relief. Catfish Hunter goes all 9 innings and picks up the win. So a good start for the Athletics. They also pick up game 2. Remember, they're on the road here, so they took the first 2. They're in a commanding position as they win 5-1. Vida Blue goes 7 2/3. Paul Lindblad comes in for 1 1/3. And Joe Rudy with a home run. Jeter with 1 for the Yankees. Not enough. That was the only run they scored, was Jeter's home run. Travel day. And Mendoza and Holtzman back in Oakland. And it looks like the visiting teams are having the advantage here as the Yankees get out of New York and come to Oakland and get a 7-2 win. And you have there you go, box score. Holtzman only goes 5 innings. Mendoza goes 8. It's 58 degrees, no wind. And under 20 the attendance numbers in these games are really funny. Like, that's probably the most unrealistic thing of the whole thing. If you actually had the 74 Athletics and the 99 Yankees playing in 1999, it'd probably do better. Of course, the 74 Athletics would be old, but that's beside the point. So, Reggie Jackson hit another home run, but that was the only scoring thing. His 2-run homer in the fourth. The Yankees it tied it up, but they came back and scored and won that game. All right, moving right along. Game 4. And the Yankees tie it up. Clemens was the starter, but he did not factor in the final here. So let's see what happened. Oh, because it went 16 innings. All right. So a 3-1 final, but 16 innings. And so, let's see. Let's look at the pitching lines. Clemens went 7 2/3. You had Stanton, Rivera, Rabu, and Watson. And then Abbott, Fingers, Lindblad, and Hamilton. Hamilton gave up the 2 runs in the 16th inning. Excuse me while I just peruse this box score. They call out Clemens here, but he only went 7 2/3. There was a lot more game to be played, and Athletics had 10 hits, but they also had 3 errors. So obviously a little challenge defensively. So it was Jeter. So Jeter had a solo home run in the 16th. Obviously, the Athletics had a threat in the 15th because Bill North hit into a double play, so that was called out there. But Jeter with a solo home run, and then they scored another of some sort. Doesn't say what. Let's look at the thing. Jeter in the 16th inning. All right. So that was a good one. And that tied it up. It's 2-2 in the series. We finished today. We're going to take a travel day. Or no, not yet. Sorry. All right, one more in Oakland. David Cohn, Catfish Hunter. The starters in game 1. And Athletics win in 14. A 14th inning walk-off. So again, they go to extra innings. And so you have, looking over the box score, Derek Jeter 4 for 5, a home run, a double, 2 singles, 2 walks, scored 2, drove in 3, not enough. As in the bottom of the 14th, Sal Bando gets a single, game winner against Andy Pettit. Let's see again the bullpens here. Started with Cone, he went 6 1/3. Nelson, Stanton, who blew the save, and Grimsley also blew a save. Oh yeah, look there. So it was 4-2, 5-4. Athletics score, Yankees score, Athletics score. So a lot going on in there in the 8th and the 9th. Reggie Jackson with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th, put them back ahead. Top of the 9th, Paul O'Neill hits a 2-run single against Raleigh Fingers, who was credited with a blown save. So 3 blown saves in this extra inning game. And eventually Pettit came in the 14th and was unable to was unable to win there. Nolte must have started the inning and got into trouble there, and Pettit couldn't bail him out. In the meantime, you have Hamilton, who in his one inning gave up 2 walks, but gets credited with the win. You see there Hunter Knowles' fingers, Odom, Hooten, Parsons, and Hamilton for the Athletics. Player of the game in a losing effort, Derek Jeter. So there you go. And the A's are up 3-2. Now they take a travel day and go back to New York. And Oakland could clinch it here against the favored 1999 Yankees. Drum roll, please. Here we go. And the Yankees win. They're going to force a Game 7. A raucous Yankee Stadium crowd propels them. Let me just see. A raucous 19,000 crowd. Anyway. I mean, the Yankees may be only drawing 19,000 now. I don't know as bad as they are. But even so, no, I think they draw better than that. 4-2. 3 in the bottom of the ninth. Okay, they're facing elimination. And Jorge Posada with a bases clearing double. Posada, always kind of a clutch player. And he gets the bases clearing 3-run double. And, okay. I'm glad it's the loss. Stanton with the win. Rivera with the save. We go to Game 7. We've had several Game 7s in these series. And here's another one. And the Athletics. The Athletics win. Upset the favored 99 Yankees. 5-4. They got it right off the bat. 4 runs in the very first inning off of Mendoza, and they never looked back. Ken Holzman with the win. Just couldn't get it done. Yankees left 8 on base. Had 11 hits. I'm sure they had some chances. But they hung on, and they will advance. Joe Rudi is player of the game, but Reggie Jackson, the player of the series MVP. You see there that he was only 8 for 31, but he had 4 home runs and 10 RBIs. So as always, the long ball kind of is the thing that people pay attention to. And so the Yankees advance. We will go to the title screen here, let you see. Here we just played this one right here, Series 27. They will advance. They will play the winners of the 1911 Athletics and the 58 Yankees. So you'll see that series later on. In the meantime, we will go to the next series. I'm trying to get a number of series done here. And move through this thing fairly quickly. This next series will be series number 10. Series number 10. I'll scroll you up there in just a second. I'm citing it up in the background. And series 10. Scroll on up. And it's the 1917 White Sox against the 2015 Kansas City Royals. The White Sox are favored. Winner of this series plays the winner of that Dodgers series there. And let's see. We will get this going here. All right. Here we go. This is the 2015 Kansas City Royals, the favored 1917 White Sox. Look through. I'm just looking through for some names here. Joe Jackson, Eddie Collins. And on the Royal side, Lorenzo Cain, Kendrys Morales, Mike Moustakas, Wade Davis. All right. Simulate. First game. Eddie against Chris. Eddie with a 28-12 record, a 1.53 ERA. You would think the White Sox would win a low-scoring game. What do you think? Here we go. They do. They win a 2-1 game. And yes, he did go the distance. 1 run on 7 hits, no walks. And the Royals left 6 on base. The White Sox didn't do much better. They had 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 walk. So they made the most of what was going on. They scored both their runs in the 3rd inning. But there you go. Game 2. I don't think this series would do well in the TV ratings. I'm just saying. So we'll skip through this one pretty quick. White Sox win again. Favor of Madsen. It was a 4-3 game, and they walked it off in the 11th. Happy Felsch with the walk-off single, and they go up 2-0. Madsen gets the loss. Faber with the win. Travel day. Game 3. Chris Medlin, Reb Russell. White Sox win again. They do look like a pretty good team as far as the statistics say, and they're hitting well. They win this one 7-2. Scored 3 there in the 9th, but really didn't matter. Reb Russell held them to 2 runs. We go to Game 4. This could be a sweep. It's not. The Royals take 1. 4-1. And you can see there, both pitchers went the distance. Chris Young did what he had to do. Let's go to Game 5. Royals still in danger here, and they lose. So, White Sox capture it in 4 games. Joe Jackson was the series MVP. This final game, 6-3. And heartbreaker for the Royals. They coughed up 5 in the final 2 innings. 4 runs in the 9th. Again, poor bench management of your relievers. They let Cueto just have at it, and I think better managing may have made that a little different, but that's the way it worked out. So there you see it. And the White Sox move on. And as I said, they'll be playing the oops. See, I leave that screen on. I'm sorry about that. But you saw that the whole game, didn't you? My bad. All right. So anyway, go back to the title there. Let's pick up the really the whole Twitch thing and live streaming, and I'm doing this to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And so most of this is just practice for me. So I know it's not best quality, and I'm not drawing an audience, and it's not the point. We're going to go to the next series. How long have we been going here? All right. Trying to find out some things. All right, 30 minutes. Okay. So, series number 14. Series number 14. I think it was there on your screen for a long time. You could have memorized it as long as it was up on your screen. But, it was just barely not. So, let's put it up there so you can see it. And that is the 79 Pittsburgh Pirates and the 72 Oakland Athletics. So, one of the few times so far we've had teams from the same decade playing each other. The Pirates favored in this one over the Athletics. I think that was the first Athletics team that was really won the World Series. Oakland Athletics, that is. Philadelphia Athletics have won it, but I think this was their first after the move to Oakland. So, and then you have the We Are Family Pittsburgh Pirates, and so that's what that is. Let's go to the game. And Catfish Hunter, we've seen him just a couple series ago. You know, same, basically this from when they started in 72. And you have Jim Bibby for the Pirates. Here we go. It is the Pirates that win 3-1. And Jim Bibby gets the win. Kent Colby gets the save. Catfish Hunter with the loss. And only 3 hits for the Athletics. Joe Rudy with the solo home run. He did pretty well in the other series too, so no surprise there. Game 2, Athletics tie it up and win 3-2. Pirates 12 hits, but couldn't cash in. Vida Blue with the win, Fingers with the save, and I don't remember. Oh yeah, I do. Bruce Keeson. All right, Bruce Keeson. Complete game loss. Player of the game, but he loses. Happens sometimes. Get to a travel day, and in Oakland, and the favored Pirates win 4-3. It was another 16-inning affair. Another 16-inning affair, I'll tell you. And so you have a lot of pitching here. Blyleven started. Tekulve, Romo, Candelaria. Jackson with the win on the Oakland side. Holtzman, Fingers, Locker, Orland, and Knowles. And it was, what do we have? Dave Parker with the sacrifice fly in the 16th. Had some action in the 12th too. Look there. So they were 2-2 in extra innings, and then both teams scored a run in the 12th. Phil Garner with the double. Matty Alou with the triple. And so they made it interesting. You see there a lot of at-bats. Alou 3 for 7. Robinson 3 for 7. So Dave Parker. All right. Finish today. Here we go. So Pirates up 2-1. Oakland ties it up. Walk-off win. So walk-off in the 9th. Dave. That is Dave, right? Dave Duncan. Sorry, excuse me. Yes, Dave Duncan with the walk-off single against Kent Tekulve, the Submariner, And looks like Gene Tennis had a triple. He had 2 triples. Wow. That's crazy. So you have the catcher, Gene Tennis, with 2 triples in the game. 1 in the 7th and 1 in the 9th. And it looks like both of those led to runs. Okay. Well, I guess one scored a run. And then one was the setup. Okay. All right. Let's go. Game 5. Series is tied at 2. Athletics win. They were the home team, of course, and they win 5-3. All 5 runs in the second off of Jim Bibby. And so it goes. Travel day. Athletics could complete the upset, but they don't. As the favorite Pirates hang on 2-0. Bida Blue and Keeson both go complete. Scatters 4 hits, and we go to Game 7. Here it is. Who you got your money on? Pirates with Bert Blyleven pitching, or the Athletics with Ken Holtzman on the mound? And let's see here. Let me just check. Reggie Jackson's been atrocious this series. Bill Madlock, Dave Duncan. All right, here we go. Simulate. And the upset goes to the Athletics. 3 in the top of the 9th. 3 and Dave Duncan. Now, see, they gave the series MVP to, I think they said Raleigh Fingers. But Dave Duncan's the player of the game. I believe he should have been the series MVP for my money. He had the game winner in the extra inning game. So, 3-run homer off of Kent Tekulve. GOAT of the series, Kent Tekulve, with 2 losses. And so, it was raining in Three Rivers. But the Athletics are the winners, and they advance. And what did we say there? Let's take a look. They advance and will play the 86 New York Mets as their reward. The Mets have a bye in this first round, so they'll be seeing competition for the first time in the next round. All right. We have time. Let's do another series. Zipping right along here. This is Series 11. This is the 11th series we played, that is. It's not Series 11. It's actually, we're going to play Series number 3. Series number 3. Let's see who that is. That is the 2005 Chicago White Sox, who are the favorite team, against the 1919 Cincinnati Reds. Okay. And indulge me just a moment here. I'll let you. Let's see here. Let's go. You can take a look at the screen and get rid of that screen. And you can take a look at the matchup. Jimmy Ring, Mark Burley. While you do that, I am going to go get some information here. My original plan for this was I was going to play out every game, not simulate the games, but play every game out. Don't have near enough time for that because we've got to get through this. But because I was going to play it out, I was going to have time to talk about each of these teams and get you a little bit more familiar because, you know, who knows, you know, the 1919 Cincinnati Reds. Well, and I wanted to double check here, but this team is here because, well, it could be argued that, you know, maybe they would have won on their own, but fact is they played against the Black Sox, or the 1919 White Sox, who had 8 players paid to lose, and so they Cincinnati Reds won. Another interesting thing about this series is that the season had been shortened because we were right here at the end of the First World War, so they were there. So it can be argued that the White Sox may have been better, but who knows? Because they did not try their hardest. So let's get going with this. Just wanted to get that background. More for me than you. But here we go. So that said, I wanted to finish the loop here. So we have the Reds against, ironically enough, the White Sox. Just the way the seedings fell out. But here they are, and in this case, the Reds win. And 4-3. It was an 11-inning affair, and the White Sox came back. They scored 2 in the bottom of the I did say the White Sox won to begin with, right? Okay. White Sox win, and so they come back, and you have a blown save and a loss for the bullpen. Couldn't hang on in a 53-degree rainy day at Cellular Field in Chicago. All right, next game. And the White Sox win again. All right, obviously trying to show that their counterparts from way back when could have won. 14-2, a blowout here. What's going on? So their starter only went 1 2/3 and not much of a bullpen. Who's this? Slim Sally, and Rube Bressler, and Roy Mitchell. All right. I love the names from the early 20th century. They have good ones. But so anyway, wind was blowing out to right, or right to left, however, at 11 miles an hour, and they took advantage. 14 runs, 16 hits. AJ Brzezinski got. You know, these names aren't that much that far ago, but him. I suddenly forget how to pronounce his last name. How easily we forget. Anyway, he was a 4-hit performance there. 3 RBIs for Rowan, 3 RBIs for Konerko. Dye had 2. Uribe had 3. So good hitting. travel day in Cincinnati. The Reds come out on top. Home team. Got the series lead. Loser is Contreras. Winner is Eller. Hod. Eller. I was guessing Hank, but Hod. And Dolph Luke. Never heard that name. Let's go back. Game 4. Cincinnati. Again, they're the home team, so they tie the series 2-0 win. Scattering 4 hits. That's Ray Fisher scattering the 4 hits. And so kind of a comeback from that blowout win a couple games ago. Let's go to game 5. And the Reds do what they have to do, win all their games at home. They're up 3-2. And they scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th to come up with the win. It was a, what do you got? You got a run scoring double and then looks like a fielder's choice. Kind of wonder if they were playing back or not. But anyway, you have that. You have blown save and a loss after the relievers come in after Mark Burley had pitched strong 6 innings. You see there the difference in the 2005 strategy. If it had been 1919 strategy, probably would have been no relievers whatsoever. So here we go. Let's play ball. Travel day. Game 6. And the Reds could win it. They do. Another upset. We had. I'm wondering if we've had more upsets than not. But the 1919 Reds defeat the White Sox 4-1. You kind of wonder if it would be different if we played this in the modified 7-game schedule. 2 games, travel days. But we're going with the 2-3-2 setup. And so, if you do what you're supposed to do at home, you have the advantage when you go to game 6. And that's what happened with the Reds. Dutch Ruther was the game MVP. The series MVP was Jake Daubert. He was 11 for 25. Not bad. That's some quality hitting. And the Reds win. All right. Let's take a look at that for a second. We'll go back here. And this was the Series 3. They're going to play the winner of Series 2, the 92 Blue Jays and the 71 Pirates. And take that back off. Go here so we can see who our next series is. This will be series number 12. We've done 6 so far. We're doing 6 more tonight. And as you can see, this is series 40. This is our 12th series we played, but this will be series number 40. We'll take a look here. See who that is. The 68 Tigers and the 73 Athletics. Well, there you go. Okay. All right, so here's the deal. I'm a Tigers fan. I was at the 72 American League Championship Series, Game 5 between the Athletics and the Tigers. It was painful. But anyway, so suffice it to say, pulling for the Tigers here. But they are the favorite. The favorites haven't done so well in this so far. But we'll see what happens. Let's go get them, Detroit Tigers. Denny McLain, 31-6. This is actually the season before I became a Tigers fan. We lived in Ohio during this season, so I knew nothing about the Tigers, and I was small. So here we go. Tigers, 1-0 in 13. Let's check the box score. A walk-off, Jim Northrup. Really scores Willie Horton, I'm sure, who drew a walk. Willie Horton, my all-time favorite Tiger. Denny McLain, Roy Face. McMahon gets the win. McLain went 10, scattered 7 hits with 134 pitches, 14 strikeouts. Ken Holtzman goes 11, but it's Raleigh Fingers who gets the loss. Okay, go get him. Game 2. By the blue, Earl Wilson. And that's sad, but they pull even. 3-2 win. Tigers score 1 in the 9th. Couldn't make it matter. And blue with the win. Wilson with the loss. Scattered 4 hits. Only 4 hits for the Athletics as well. Travel day. We go to Oakland. And Mickey Lodge could not get it done. Almost. Late inning action here. As the pitchers got tired, Lolich gives up 2. Roy Face gets the loss. Raleigh Fingers blows the save, but picks up the win. When his team scores in the bottom of the 9th. Is that Pat Bork? Yeah, Pat Bork. With a solo home run off of Roy Face after Norm Cash hit one off of Raleigh Fingers in the top of the 9th to tie it up. Yeah, that's sad. Game 4. Wow, John Hiller on the mound. Okay. And he loses 3-2. I didn't know he had that kind of stamina. He became the closer. You know, when I became a fan, he was the closer for Tigers. So, but you see there a lot of, they were trying 3-2. Not looking good. As the Athletics are up 3-1. The favorite Tigers. Boo. Athletics. Denny McLain, come on, man. All right. McLain does his job. 2-hitter. Kind of like that. 104 pitches, much more efficient. No walks, 2 hits. 1 Tiger error. K-line. Willie Horton with 3-run home run. Jim Northrup with 2-run home run. That's my guys right there. That's what they're supposed to be doing. Quality start and some Tiger hitting. That's what we're talking about. All right, let's go back to Detroit. It now really favors the Athletics, I think, because of their pitching. And they win 7-5. We had McLain, but just one of those things. We tried, but we gave up too many runs in the back half there. Man, Earl Wilson, Roy Face, not liking Roy Face. Out of my face. All right, I never knew Roy Face. Did he retire after this year? I have no idea. I don't know the name. I mean, I know the name, but I don't know the player. I know these other guys. So, well, that's a shame. That is a shame. And so, that's the way it works out. 7-5. Billy North was the MVP. And, okay. Well, the Athletics are going to advance to play winner of the 32 Yankees and the 64 Cardinals. That'll be coming up later. Okay. That'll do it for tonight. That's all I have in me. That's all I really want to do. Almost an hour. Thank you for joining me. And we'll be back at some unscheduled time. That's right. I don't have a schedule. Just whenever I can do it. We'll see you next time.